All right, 30 seconds of jumping jacks starts now. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my weights in my hands, but you can certainly just go without weight. And if this is if you need to go low impact, you can be right here, keeping one foot on the ground the whole time. And so my weights right now are 3 pounds. They're not very heavy, but it's enough to start to get my heart rate up as we go. You have about 10 more seconds here. And stay light on your feet. Stay light on your balls of your feet here. We're gonna go down for those punches in like a sports stance in 3, 2, good. Stay low right here, punch it out. So I have a nice extended chest, and I have a little bit of rotation in my abs, so right here, or my core, I should say. So I'm kind of punching hip to hip, and I'm doing it like I'm punching back. So I'm not just kind of here. I have a real strong punch of an L-shaped arm, and I'm extending all the way through. You're gonna stay doing this. Come down a little bit lower if you can, and stay here for 3, 2, the right leg is gonna go back, last one, so right leg goes back, arms go forward. Kick it forward and row back. Kick it forward and row. So as you row, squeeze your shoulder blades together, pinch them together, extend through the chest. I'm doing like a mini lunge here, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this hip straight in the back, right here. So pull. We're gonna do this for another 8 seconds, and we're gonna do the other side. So already my heart rate's starting to raise because I'm talking and doing this at the same time. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So now my left leg goes back, pull, right here. Every 30 seconds, we're gonna change. We have a couple of new exercises, they're coming up. So as you pull, make sure you're relaxing your shoulders, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Stay here for 10 more seconds. Remember, we have that butt kick, high knee combo right here. That'll come up. If you want your heart rate to stay up, weights are gonna go overhead. 3, 2, give me a butt kick right here, right here. So you're gonna flex your feet, try to get your heels all the way up to your glutes. If you want, arms can go overhead. Again, that'll kind of get the heart pumping up right here. Or you can punch kind of old school aerobically. The whole point is to start to get the heart rate up. That's all I care about. Stay here because you're gonna go into high knees. In 3, 2, hold them here. Try and get your knees up over the hips right here. Knees up over the hips. Good, good. Keep going. Right here. So you almost can like lean it back a little and really drive those knees up. The whole point is to start warming up the backs of the body. And you're doing that by getting those knees up right here. Keep going. You thought 30 seconds was forever. You got it, you got it. Keep going. 3, 2, side to side. Laterally shuffle right here. Side to side. I have a very small little space, so it's not going to be a very long shuffle, but side to side. So I'm pushing back into that hip. I'm not reaching down. I'm pushing back. You're getting your hips ready, inner thighs ready for your hinging, okay? Almost there, guys. Hang in there. Side to side you go. Good, guys. Good. Looking great. Okay, take your weights up overhead. You're going to slam them down. Ready? Slam and up. Good. Now I'm bending my knees. I'm squatting down. So it's just like I'm doing a ball slam at the gym right here. Slam it down. Pull it up. So if you don't have weights, you're clasping your hands together. And you're still doing that same real strong motion up and overhead. Ready? Slam it. Looking good, guys. Keep going. Slam it. 3. You're getting down into a high plank position. If you can't do that, stay elevated. I know some of you guys have wrist issues. Stay elevated right here. If not, high plank. Big arm circles right here. So as you take those arms and circle them back, try to keep your hips facing down straight on the ground, right here. Right here. So you can do this standing with some big arm circles, maybe even some marching in place to try and keep the hips up, or kind of trying to keep the heart rate up. Keep going for 3, 2. Now stay here. Crouch it back. Come up into plank. Crouch and come up. So you're warming up your quads, the fronts of those legs. Keep those shoulders over the wrists at the very end. Very dynamic plank move here. Right here. So For those people who can't come onto their wrists, just give me some squats, because right now we're just warming up the lower body. You're almost done. You have 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Real slowly. Shake it out. Everyone feel warmed up? What do you think? If anybody new? Okay, perfect. Now I want you to grab your heavier weights, if you have them, or grab your hand goods, or like I said, there's always body weight options. 45 seconds on, 15-second break. Let me reset this here. Our first exercise will incorporate some balance. So remember how I said this is going to be my mostly intermediate to advanced. What I'm going to show you is my intermediate advanced move. If you need something a little bit less, you can certainly do that by keeping both feet on the ground. I'm going to do some balance today. So I'm going to do a single leg deadlift right here. And then I'm going to take this back leg, I'm going to step it through, and I'm going to lunge. That's my motion for 45 seconds. So here's what's going to happen if you need a different version of that. You'll do a regular deadlift or a regular hinge. Remember, hips go back right here, stand up tall, and then you're just going to step forward into a lunge. Do it with body weight, without body weight. So more advanced would do it with a single leg, more beginner would be doing it with both feet on the ground. So 45 seconds starts now. I like to start on my weaker side. My left leg's my weaker side. So I'm going to make that my deadlifting side to start. So you're just working through the motion, 2 separate motions. So as you power back, you're using that quad. As you go into that single leg deadlift, you have the backs of the legs right here. Good, I'm like working barefoot, which I think is kind of fun. I rarely work barefoot, but I get to actually work all the muscles in my ankles and my feet, which always need it. If you're working with shoes, you'll notice that your feet are kind of grabbing through the shoe, trying to maintain your balance, and that's okay. We're just doing this one side to start. You're gonna do it for 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna take a quick little breather. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out, put your weights down right here. Just like on Friday, we have push-ups, all right? Tons of options for push-ups. I have my couch. If you're near a couch and you need the elevation, you could be here doing push-ups, right? You can come down to the ground. If you want an added challenge, your feet can come up onto the couch for a decline push-up, all right? I want you to pick something that makes sense for you. If you can't do push-ups, you're on your back and you're doing a chest press. So I know that some of you guys have the wrist issues and you can't do that. So pick your challenge. You guys are going to do it for 45 seconds, 15-second rest, okay? I'm going to take the hard option because I've had a lot of wine, as I'm sure a lot of you have too over the recent weeks. So 45 seconds on the clock now. If you need the beginner option, I'll tell you when it's been 30 seconds right here. But remember, the elbows are going to flare kind of out to the side and back. You're leading the chest down, trying to keep everything nice and even. Okay, so we're 25 seconds in. If you need an extra break, take it now. If not, hang out here with me. You have 10 seconds left. Good, keep going. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. There's your break. We're gonna keep our heart rates up. So if you have a couch or a step or a bench or anything nearby, you can use that. What I have in mind is a high knee toe tap with very high perch here. But I'm gonna be right here for 45 seconds. Get my clock here. 45 seconds high knee toe taps. If you don't have anything nearby, you're just gonna try and target that the knee comes up over the hips the whole time, okay? You can march it, or you can make it pretty challenging and try and keep both feet elevated at the same time. Not an easy thing to do. Let's go ahead, 45 seconds, go, right here. So I'm trying to tap my toe on top of my couch. You have a bench, a chair works as well. But each time, try and make contact without hurting yourself. You have 30 seconds left. If this is too much, and start to tap it out, but try and keep your pace pretty quick right here. Keep going, keep going. You have 20 seconds left. You're 25 in. And you guys are looking good. Keep going, keep going. Last 10. We want our heart rates to go up, up, up right now. So if you're not getting breathless, get the knees up a little bit higher for 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We're gonna come down onto the mat. So again, this is gonna be a shoulder plank exercise. So for my non-wrist people, I'll have you come onto your back and perform a dead bug. I think you know who you are. All right, the rest of us, we're gonna do a forearm plank with a forehead tap. So I'm gonna show that to you. Get my mark here. And we're gonna do this right here. So some of you may just wanna be here holding plank. The rest of you, I want you to try and shift forward on your toes and try and tap your forehead on the ground between your hands right here. So shift and come back. So this is your little shoulder burner right here. You got shoulders, you got core, you're squeezing your butt really, really tight. So you got a nice strong core, glutes are tight, shift right here. If you want, you can just hold your plank. Hold a nice strong plank here. That also works, okay guys? Looking good, keep going. Make sure you're breathing, abs are pulled in. You have 5 seconds. Good, 3, 2, and come on up. That's block 1. Shake it out. If you're on camera, thumbs up, you guys okay? Yay, okay, good job, okay. We're gonna do it all again, all right? Grab those weights. We started with the single leg deadlift to forward lunge. We're gonna do that again, but now I'm gonna do it on my right side. Do it on the other side. Water if you need it. Okay, so now that you have your weights in hand, remember you can do this with both feet on the ground. Sing a deadlift to a lunge. I'm gonna do a single leg deadlift right here. So again, working on my right leg now. Single leg deadlift, I'm gonna set my timer. Go ahead and go, 45 seconds of work. So come in here, step it forward. Whew. Working balance. So my goal would actually be to not let my left foot touch down at all. As I come back, let's see if I can make that happen. Challenge yourself with your own little mini goals throughout the exercises. Maybe it's to try and get that knee down pretty far in the lunge. Whatever works. You can do this with body weight. It certainly works without weight. Whew. Good, you have about 10 more seconds. Let's see how many more you can get. Just there you go, recover. Good, balance. Maybe my right side is my weaker side, who knew? Last one here, guys. And then put those weights down. Back to your push-ups. Push-ups or chest press. If you can't perform a push-up all the way on the ground, consider using a bench or a chair or your couch for this incline position. It really makes a difference. And you can even use the wall. So if you need to use the wall, I don't have a wall handy that's in view, but you're gonna go on the wall, walk your feet back, hands right underneath the shoulder. This is another great option here. So 45 seconds of push-ups. Get down and go. Hands are wider. A little bit wider than the shoulders. Elbows flare, kind of out and back. You can always pick the hardest option you can manage and do 30 seconds of work too. That's another option that'll challenge you and keep your heart rate up. Good, you have 20 more seconds. If it gets too much to push up, then just hold a plank, guys. That's another way to really start strengthening these muscles to get you ready for your push-ups. Good, almost there. You have 5 seconds. See how many more you can get in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Woo. I'm sweating. Is anyone else feeling it? Okay, we have high knees, guys, high knees. Remember, we're trying to touch our toe on top of our target, at least, if not more, for 45 seconds. Let's go, right here. You stay light on your feet. So even if you're working very quickly in a more conservative position here, you're doing it fast and your knees are still going up. So I want your toes to try and tap up onto your target. Doing great, guys. Good, you're 30 seconds in. Let's get 15 more seconds of work. Can you pick up your pace and finish strong? We got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Woo. And down for your plank. Remember we did a plank with forehead tap. That's going to be our next exercise. Again, 45 seconds of work. And then we'll actually be done with our first block. We'll take a full minute of recovery water and a check-in, okay? So 45 seconds. Come on down on your elbows. Hands are wide. And you're trying to target your forehead between the hands right here. Your abs are pulled in super tight. Good. Now this should burn out the shoulders. That's the whole point. So I really want you rocking forward and trying to get those shoulders nice and tired. That's our goal. You have 15 more seconds right here. For your last 10 seconds, can you touch down every single time? Let's see it, guys. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, that's block 1. Catch your breath, get some water, guys. You guys are looking awesome. How's everybody doing? I'm sweaty, I'm happy. Good, okay. As you do that, I'll go over our next block. Block 2. So on this one, if you don't have weights, but you want something heavy, I also thought if you have a bag of flour or a bag of dog food, that could also work in this instance. Something that's like a 10-pounder, or you can use the canned goods. So we're gonna do a sumo bicep curl to press. If you're using body weight or canned goods, this is your time to concentrate on mind-muscle connection, all right? Now we're gonna do some more triceps on our back. We're gonna do some cardio, and we're gonna do some abs. All right, so for now, grab those weights. Something that you can press up overhead, okay? So don't worry about what anyone else is doing on the video. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Do what makes sense for you. You're gonna take your feet nice and wide, like a sumo or plie style. Arms are gonna be, palms are gonna face in right here. You're gonna come down low. You're gonna curl, and as you step up from that squat, you're gonna raise those arms up overhead. So you got a shoulder press in there as well. Again, this works body weight, canned goods, or regular weight. As you come up, can you do me a favor? You're gonna hold down low, squeeze your butt really tight right here. So instead of overextending in that low back, try and keep that spine nice and neutral when you come up. So you're not struggling to get those weights or those canned goods or those arms up overhead with a super extended low spine. Right down low. Good. Now can you come down a little bit lower in your plie? Let's see it all the way down. Curl and press. Nice. We're gonna do this for about 5 more seconds. So let's see if we can get a couple more in. 4, 3, good. 2, let's finish up. Last one. And up. Good. The weights are gonna go, and you guys are gonna do on your backs. We have a skull crusher while we're holding in our bridge. A skull crusher is meant for triceps. And we're gonna add on some lower body by taking ourselves, make sure you guys can see me, by taking yourselves up high in a bridge right here. So you're gonna hold that bridge, arms are gonna come up. Whether you have your canned goods or weights, you're gonna bend your elbows and bring that weight down by the ears and extend up. You're gonna stay up in your bridge, right here. So I didn't set my timer, but since I'm already set up, let's say we're gonna do 15 of these. So bend those elbows, take the weights to the outsides of the ears, kind of like an old school telephone, and bring them back up right here. We're trying to get those triceps, the backs of the top arms, nice and worked out. Now, as I continue on my last 6 here, I want you to squeeze your glutes as tight as they'll go, and don't let those knees flare out, okay? Let's do 3 more of these. 3, 2, good, you have 1 more. Now I want you to bring the weights down slowly, hips down slowly, and come on up. All right. So if you didn't get a burn from that and you have bigger weights next time, you know what you're gonna do. So our cardio burst right now is gonna be 30 seconds per side. Again, my whole goal today is heart rates elevated. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna come down low, almost like you're at a starting block. You're gonna take this back knee, you're gonna power up. So you can be here, let me show you an option without hopping. You can be here and drive, right here. That's an option, or you can add the hop. We're gonna go for 30 seconds, and we're gonna do both sides. So we have an actual 60-second count of cardio here. So get one leg back and go for 30 seconds here. Tap down, drive up. I'm adding a hop. You do not have to. You can either drive, which also is gonna work that glute, big muscle there, which will get your heart rate up. So try and hop and land, touching the ground each time, but not bending over. You're bending that knee. Keep going here. We're gonna switch sides. We have 10 seconds here. Use your arms, because once those arms start kind of going up over the head, heart rate will go up. Good. You guys ready? Switch sides, other side, 30 seconds. Right here. How much air can you put between your foot and the carpet or the ground? That's your goal. Take a look. See if you can power and balance right here, or else how tight can you get that glute when you drive? Those are your two kind of goals here. You have 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Good stuff, guys. Here to come down onto the ground. We have abdominals. We're gonna work our obliques. We're gonna do that a couple different ways. So one option will be just a traditional crunch with a side reach here. So that's option one. If you want an added challenge, I'm gonna have you shift to one side, come onto your bottom elbow. You're gonna take this hand right behind your head, and we're gonna be here. We have a little oblique crunch with legs extended. So instead of setting my timer, let's say we're gonna do 15 on each side. And if you're doing that little crunch with opposite knee reach, you just do 30. We'll all be around the same time. So crunch and extend, crunch and extend. So my legs are up off the ground. I'm on this hip though. I'm on this hip, and I'm really squeezing right here through my obliques. And talking and counting is also hard. So I'm gonna say that this was 10, we're gonna do 5 more. 5. This is why you try to use my timer. 3, 2. Let's switch and do the other side. I'm just gonna go onto that hip, bottom elbow, so I can get myself fully in view, arm here, legs up, so right here. Now let yourself extend and inhale, and exhale, come in, right here. You guys look good. Give me a little bit more here. Exhale and really crunch, really drive it into that oblique. Let's do 8 more. I think I'm getting my counting right. And if not, one side will just have to be stronger, I suppose. Keep going. Last 5. Are you using a whole abdominal? That's what I'm hoping. Everything through the center's tight. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Nice. Those are our first 4 exercises of block 2. Let's do it all again. Let's get our weights out and start with those plie, bicep to overhead. Give me some water. Grab those weights. Here, everywhere. Okay. So go wide with your stance. Palms are going to face in. Remember that you are pressing up overhead when you come up out of that squat. So curl low, press high, right here. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Looks good, you guys. Good, down. Good, 30 more seconds of this. On this one, I just want you taking your time, concentrating on how low you can go. Oh, it looks nice, you guys. Keep going, keep going. Can we do 10 more seconds of this? I think we can. I think we all got it here. Good. 3. Last one here. 2 and 1. Good. Come on down to the ground for those skull crushers. Again, working triceps, working glutes because we're going to hold into our bridge the whole time. And remember, you can use canned goods for this and it's going to work just as good. The other option is if you don't have any weights and canned goods are not enough, in this instance, you could do a tricep push-up. Nobody likes them, but very effective. I'll demonstrate that and then I'll get onto my back. For your tricep push-up, I like doing them on my knees, hands underneath my shoulders, flare my elbows back. It's like a chaturanga right here. So this will work your triceps really effectively. And that is for people who are not getting enough with the canned goods but don't have any weights. It's another great option. Try and pump out like 15 of those. I'm gonna go here for 45 seconds with my weights up in my bridge, bend my elbows, and I press away. So I picked up a heavier pair of weights this time. I don't know if I'm gonna make it the whole 45 seconds. I'm gonna try, but if not, I'll show you one other thing you can do. Because I know some people's weight collections at home are not as complete, right? So you might have a really heavy set and a real light set. So I've reached my point of no return with my weights, but I still have some time left. We have 15 seconds left. I'm gonna press my weights together here. I'm gonna press those here. So I get another option and I still get to work my triceps, but I get to use a little bit more chest. This is a tricep press. I'm still squeezing my glutes super duper tight. Everything on my core and my glutes are nice and firm to help me hold my foundation here. Keep going. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys. See, even us trainers struggle with the weights we pick up sometimes, not just you guys, right? Let's get our heart rates back up. Right leg goes back for 30 seconds. A power hop here on the left leg. You guys ready? Go. Down and up. Let's go. Again, just stride if you need to and concentrate on popping that hip forward or adding that little hop, working on some stabilization and balance. Looks good, you guys. We're gonna switch sides in 5, 4, I see it, 3, keep pushing, 2, other side. Go right into it, keep the heart rate up. For my regular clients, this must be a treat to see me wanting your heart rates up the whole time. I realize everything I'm doing is a little different than I do at the gym. But today, let's keep them up if we can. Good. Keep going, 10 seconds. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys. And let's come down for that with oblique ab crunches that we were doing on that side angle here. So come onto one hip, onto one elbow, and then you're kind of in this like real lazy U position. So you're not fully forward here. Legs are kind of at an angle. Take your opposite arm up behind the head and right here. Good, I think I did a bent knee last time. I'll keep with that bent knee option. That way we don't hurt our low backs. Exhale every time you come up. So this will be 4, I think. And we're gonna do 15 on each side. So again, if you're on your back, you guys keep going, but if you can't do this, you're going side to side, reaching towards that opposite knee. All right, keeping on this other side. Let's do 5 more. Breathing 4. You guys look awesome here. 3, 2, last one. Go to the other side for me, please. Again, on that elbow, legs are kind of not quite at 45. Bend the knees here, bring it in. So really track your elbow to the outside of that top knee and try to find a lot of kind of flexion through your oblique area right here. Abs are still pulled in and braced tight. Let's do 10 more on this side. This will be the end of block 2. We have 1 more block before we go into our glute finisher. I hope you guys are doing good. I forgot how many I said, so let's do 5 more. Good, your breath is so important, especially when you work these abs. Do 2 more with good breath. And then this is your last one. Excellent, guys. This is your 1-minute break before we move on. Thumbs up, you guys okay? Okay, excellent, guys. Okay, that's block 2. Let's go on to our final block. Remember, we have 4 exercises. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be good. I love this one. 4 exercises. Again, we got a lower body, we got an upper body, we got cardio, we got abs. And then we're gonna do a glute finisher at the end, okay? So you guys are doing awesome. I think I talked for about a minute. Let me get some water. If you wanna add weight to your lower body exercise, we have curtsy and lateral lunges. So grab those weights. Okay, so what's gonna happen, the first time we go through this, we're gonna work one side, and then the second time we go through, we're gonna work the other side. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Okay, it's a curtsy lunge to lateral lunge. I'm gonna start on the edge of this here. I'm gonna perform a curtsy lunge, and then I'm gonna take that leg, and I'm gonna come far out into a side lunge right here. Here, curtsy, okay, so I have 45 seconds right here. Inside, again, this can be done, just your body weight will be enough for you to feel this as well. And shift, good guys. Curtsy. Now when you curtsy, take that foot back, the knee still's gonna track over that middle toe. You're kind of settling in. Now I'm working my left hip, my left side. So I'm gonna settle into my left hip, framing the foot that I'm moving forward, or moving towards, I should say, with my weight here. Good, 15 more seconds. Can you make your transition without touching the ground, adding a little bit of balance? It's another option here. Let's see if we can do 2 more all the way through. So here we go, 1 more. Last one. So I think I started with the curtsy and out. Good. Shake it out. Okay. So for the next one, we're gonna work some shoulders and we're gonna work some chest. I'm gonna use 10 pounds, I think, yeah, which is really heavy for this. So this is where those handguards could really come in handy. What's gonna happen, you're gonna split your stance. You're gonna take your arms out, palms are gonna face forward, and you're gonna bring them up into like this forward raise, but I'm squeezing my chest as I go through, so squeezing here. So you can do this. When I was practicing this yesterday with body weight, I was getting a bit of a pump here too. I'm adding weight for 45 seconds here. Let's see here. So put 1 foot forward, stagger your stance, palms face forward, and I'm gonna pull, squeeze right here. So I get to work all kind of front of the upper body here, shoulders, chest. You get the triceps at the very end whenever you extend your elbows. So this is a straight arm. I don't even know what this is called, like a reverse. This is like a straight arm fly. Let's just call it that. Not that anybody really cares what it's called. I have kind of almost neutral palms at the end. My palms are almost facing in. And I'm really squeezing, so I get to work my shoulders as well. And if you know me, I like to work my shoulders a lot. So stay here with this same move. You guys got 5 seconds. Let's look at you guys ready for those push-ups too. 2 and 1. Come on down. We gotta get our heart rates back up. Okay. This is where we're gonna go back into that split stance, that lunge stance. But I'm gonna ask that we are gonna move through our lunges on my count. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do something like along the lines of 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. And then whoop, come down, 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. So I want you to switch, stabilize, and then lower down. 3, so the whole thing is about building that power. 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. 3, so you get to stabilize and not use momentum. So 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. Stabilize. 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. Come on down. 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. There we go. So you don't get to use momentum, and this also helps if you have wobbly knees, wobbly hips, wobbly ankles. Before you do any real motion, you get to work on muscle control. 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. Can you do this 2 more times? 3, 2, 1, jump and switch. Good. 3, my legs are burning. They're just a desired effect. Shake it out. And then we're gonna actually stay standing for our own motion here, grabbing a weight that you can hold up overhead or nothing. So we got balance and we got obliques, working all the sides of our core today. So you're gonna be standing here. We're gonna do 10 on each side. So I'm gonna balance. I'm gonna bring my elbow to one side for 10, right here. So again, if I was using body weight, it still works right here. And stand up tall. You're gonna do 10, so that's 4. I'm gonna do 6 more here. And I'm gonna switch sides. Every time, remember, we're exhaling. 4, we have 3 more. Looking good, guys. 2, my foot hasn't touched the ground yet. Let's see if I can do that on the other side. Same thing, reach. Just like I'm at the gym, I can't look at myself in the mirror or on video here, because then I'll just lose my balance. And I'm using my breath as well, right? Woo, lost my balance because I looked. 5 more. Always finding that little mini challenge within the move. So on this one, I'm just trying to keep my balance on my foot for the last 2 that I do. Good, last one here. And come on down. That's the end of block 3. Let's do that one more time. And we'll move down on the mat for glutes. You guys okay? Yeah, okay. We have the lateral lunge and curtsy lunge combo. So we're gonna go here. Grab your weights. I'm gonna start over on the other side here. I'm gonna curtsy lunge here. Come on out. Right there. 45 seconds here. Again, I'm working on my right side now, so I'm really working on getting back into my right hip, right glute, and then that right inner thigh is gonna get to take over when it comes time to come out of that lateral lunge right here. Excellent, guys. Give me 20 seconds here. Almost there, guys. Let's do 2 more all the way through. So this is 1 and out. 1 more time. 2 and out. Good, shake it out. Looking good, guys. We have those flies, those Y flies again. Working shoulders. So go ahead and grab your weights, grab your canned goods. I used these 10 pounds last time and I think 45 seconds is more than enough. Put one foot in front of the other, does not matter which one. Palms face forward. Squeeze it up and raise. As it squeezes up, I'm squeezing into my left or my right glute. So it's my foot that's back. I'm really making sure my glute's tight. So I get to work upper and lower. So even if you're just working body weight, you're squeezing all the way up. You're using nice strong fists. And down, good, you have 15 seconds. Breathing with tight abs here, guys. Good. Keep going, we're gonna do 2 more from here. And last one. Excellent, put the weights down for now. Let's do 12 of these switch lunges. That way I can just keep, I don't have to watch the clock. And I know that each side will get some equal work. Remember, it's a power stabilize before we actually go into the move. So put one foot forward and come down nice and low. You're loading. 3, 2, 1. Power, stop, and come down. 3, 2, 1. Up. 3. It's always a little bit easier the second time. You know it takes back. 3. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And switch. 3, 2, 1. And switch. Good, I'm using my arms as well. So every time my arms go up over my heart, we all know the heart rate is gonna respond. Halfway, come down low. Try and get that back knee pretty low to the ground. All the way down, all the way up. Good, guys. All the way down. Let's do 4 more. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Last one on each side. 3, 2, 1. And switch. 3, 2, 1. And switch. Shake it out, grab that weight. And let's do, did we do 10 or 15 on the other side? I can't remember. I'm gonna grab something lighter so I can keep it over my head. Working oblique balance right here. This is your last exercise before our glute finisher. So elbow to knee and extend. Good, I can keep my balance a little bit more, maybe not with a little bit of a lighter weight. So I'm driving my elbow down to that knee and I'm exhaling, exhale. Oh, that didn't count. That one counts. Good. Good, I have just a few exercises to finish with our glutes. We did a lot of core and a lot of cardio already. So every muscle was pretty much hit today, which is what we want. Good, last one here, other side. Elbow to knee and exhale. I can't hear you breathe because your microphones are off, but my expectation is that everyone is making some really loud exhalation motion here and breathing in through their nose on the way up, unless you're like me and you're totally winded and can only breathe through your mouth right now. 3 more, please. Ooh. Good, 2, and 1. Nice. Come all the way down to the mat, guys. Grab water if you need it. So 40 minutes of pretty solid work. I'm sweaty. I think you guys are too. What I want to do, a couple minutes of abs, or I'm sorry, a couple minutes of glutes. I'll stay on and stretch if anybody wants to chat. I got nothing to do today. I'll hang out and talk to you. So on your hands and knees, you're going to go. And so a couple different ways to do this. One is by placing a weight behind the knee and squeezing it tight, and then dropping the knee and coming up. But guess what? This works great with no weight. I would not try the hand bits behind your knee. That's not smart. But you can easily do this right here by flexing the foot. And this is all pure hip extension. So all I want you to do is squeeze up and squeeze up. I'm going to add my weight, and we're going to do about 10 more of these right here. Now, when you do this, don't rock it out into that supporting hip. Try to keep 60% of the weight on that supporting side and really let that leg that's extending work it out. Do 4 more, please. And we're going to go straight into the other side. So either switch your weight if you have it, or just go right into it. You have a 90-degree bend in that knee. Your foot is flexed, and you're stomping it up towards the sky. Give me 8 more, please. Good, come on down. Take the weight away. If any of you have the small band, the loop band, you can also put this up over your knees. I left mine in my garage, so I'm not gonna go out for it. But in order to do a hydrant, which is our next exercise, you see this here? Yeah, right here, a hydrant. So adding resistance with the band up over the knees, another way to make this harder. Hydrants are plenty hard on their own though. You're gonna do 10 more here. Good, last one, and other side, please. Let's switch sides so you can see. So I have a flexed foot right here, opening that knee out. It's all driven from the hip though, guys. You should not be rocking. Instead, just let the hip and let the joint kind of work through that external rotation the whole time and squeeze on the outer glute every single time. Upper body should be nice and strong to support this. Abs are pulled in. You're gonna do 8 more. Good, guys. Last one. Good. Go back to your all fours position. For my gym clients, you know these as rainbows. We've talked about this before. One leg extends, and watch my, don't want to hurt myself on my weights here. One leg's going to extend all the way out, and it's going to make a very high but narrow rainbow, up and over, up and over, up and over. And this is all driven from the glute. It's not really going to be a big hip motion. Your hips aren't going to dip. They're going to stay real even, up and over, up and over. So on this one, I just want you to go maybe 10 more. If you feel the burn, commit to doing a few more once you feel the burn. Don't stop the moment you feel a little bit of discomfort. Keep going a little bit more. That's where all the gains are made. That's when you start to get a little bit stronger. Train your body. So it's not pain, it's discomfort, and it's burning, right? And resting glute's gonna feel it as well. You have 3 more. Last one. Good. And then I know my people with wrist issues, I'm sorry. You can also do this here as well if you need to, if you have any wrist issues. You can also make fists with your hands. Go to your other side, please. So my rainbow is high, but narrow. So I'm not trying to go as far away from my body as possible. I'm trying to go up and over as high as I can. And again, I'm trying to get myself to a place of a good burn. So sometimes in these instances, rep counts don't mean anything. For me, it takes a little bit longer. So if you feel the burn and you do a few more, you can sit back in child's pose. The whole idea is that you're pushing past the point of discomfort, giving yourself a nice little burn to end the workout with. This is your last exercise too. I'm gonna do 8 more. I'm almost there, guys. Are you almost there? Are you still there with me? 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. And back. Good, guys. Sit back in a child's pose for a second, stretching out the glutes, stretching out your back.